Alright everyone, welcome back. So today I wanted to take a look at this new Reddit post. It went up only 3 hours ago. It's not been taken down yet, which I'm a little bit surprised about, because if all of this is true, then this is very much a leak, and the person who has actually posted this has previously leaked the seasons from, I think, seasons 1 to seasons 4, and that was all accurate. So they've got a good track record. This may well have been taken down by the time this video has been made. But what I wanted to do was just go over everything that this Reddit user has apparently data mined from the in-game files, and see what Season 9 and the future holds for the story for The Division 2. Now, of course, as this person has a good track record in terms of leaks, especially with like data mining and stuff, then there is... I would still say take this with a grain of salt. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then I would highly recommend you don't continue to watch this video. I'm going to spoil it myself for the sake of this video, and hope that it's wrong. I've not seen it yet, so this is going to be the first time, and we're going to go over everything in this one, and we're going to talk about it. So let's start. As it says at the top, I know last time I leaked most of the seasons, and their lore pretty much killed a lot of the fun for a lot of people. I did actually cover that as well in a video, and as I said, it was all accurate. So this time, I'm just going to make a few bullet points to give everyone a general idea of what's coming, but not the whole picture. So yeah, with the Season 1 to Season 4 leaks, it was pretty much the entire story, and it was exactly how Season 1 to Season 4 went. Again, this is not official reveal, but only in-game data mining results, so you can always take it with a grain of salt. Now let's begin. And as I said, highly recommend you do that. This is your last spoiler warning. I'd highly recommend you get out of here if you don't want to see what this person has to say in respect to Season 9 and the future of the story. So let's go. Season 9. So it says about Season 9. Number 1, Season 9 is going to be a True Sons themed Manhunt. There will be a new leader for the True Sons, but he's not the Season 9 Manhunt target. He and Season 9's main target seemingly are crucial characters for further story development. We'll see. So, no surprise that True Sons are going to be the Season 9 kind of theme. I think we had partly anticipated this. Now, I'd previously said in the video yesterday, and I've said before, that I want this to be more about the Hunters and the Black Tusk. And I suspect, as you can see here, the Hunters, I suspect that will be the main kind of premise for the whole story. But in terms of each season, there are going to be different themes. And so this is, Season 9 appears to be the Manhunt for the True Sons. Now, I had read somewhere before that the name of the main Manhunt target in Season 9 was like Sergeant... I can't remember why the name Jefferson is coming up, but I don't think it's that. It's Sergeant something. I'm sure I read that somewhere and it got taken down, but I could be wrong on that. But let's just move on. So it's about the future. Number 2, the real conspirator is finally coming into the light in Season 9. Maybe there's more of them when considering this new character's identity is very powerful in US government structure. Nevertheless, maybe it's time to fight the deep state. So who could this be? It's obviously a main character. It appears to be this is a new character within the US government structure, but we have no idea who this person could be, and they say that it could be one of many. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Who do you think this could be? What do you think their position could be within the government structure? Moving on, about Faye Lau. Before we get into this, I said in yesterday's video that I would be very surprised if Faye Lau wasn't killed at the end of Season 4 and did make a return at some point in the next year. I do believe she was killed, and we just had a poor ending to it. But I did say that I would love to see some kind of cutscene within the next lot of content, just kind of wrapping up her story. One of the most beloved characters in all of the divisions. So let's see what they've got to say about Faye Lau. Number 3. This might be disappointing to many of us, but Faye is dead. It seems in Season 9, Camp White Oak's Faye Manhunt mission will have an ending cutscene or something like that. That's very good news to hear. I definitely think we need something like that to close that chapter off. It will confirm Faye's death, but also start in the new chapter of The Division 2. Kelso doesn't look like we will develop into a rogue agent character. She'll be your typical hard-ass patriot boss woman in the future of the story. Yes, this means she'll be what Faye was in Division 1. So no surprise there that Kelso is kind of taking the role of what Faye Lau was. Also confirms that we're not going to develop into this rogue agent character. Does that mean that the devs will not explore us being the bad guys at some point in the next year? I don't know. I hope so. I do like that theme, the idea that actually all of this time the Shade Network and agents basically are the bad guys ultimately, and it's not the other way around. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But there you go. That's how Kelso is going to be. And that all but confirms what I suspected, that Faye is indeed dead. And we are, looks to be, maybe getting a cutscene for that, which I think is really good. It would make sense to have a cutscene from when we take down Faye Lau leading into this, into these next seasons. We then got About the Hunters. Number 4, yes, we will know more about the Hunters. I don't want to spoil any of it. I want everyone to see it and listen to it in-game when it goes live. But one thing's for sure, they ain't black tusks. Sorry for anyone who had guessed that. So I don't think... I hadn't really seen many people guess that Hunters were black tusks. I've always said that, and I think we can see here that they're working with the black tusks. But I think they probably have their own agenda. Now... Are the Black Tusks and the Hunters controlled by the same boss? Possibly, but I don't think so. I think they're separate. I think there may be 2 bosses in respect to those, and they're kind of working together. They're aligning themselves for the bigger picture in the sense of taking us agents out. But I think the Hunters have their own agenda, and it is good to hear that we are probably going to hear more about the Hunters. Now, I suspected we would, based on the countdown game mode and all that sort of stuff, but it's just good to hear that from this leak, that is the case. And I like the idea when it says everyone to see it and listen to it in game. It's going to be really interesting to hear the lore on this one. And like I said before, this is probably the first time I'm actually really excited for the lore going into this next year's worth of content. So moving on, where it says about season 9. So number 5, let me see what else. Yes, the Manhunt sub targets. It seems we're not going to go back to what we had in year 3 with seasons 1 to seasons 4. No more Manhunt bounties. This time even sub-targets will get their own Manhunt missions. If Massive does make it to live, season 9 will have Manhunt versions of Jefferson Trade Center, Bank Headquarters, DCD Headquarters, DUA, and Potomac Event Center. So they did say that they're going to be doing, they're going to be changing the Manhunt a little bit in the seasonal format. This potentially confirms what it is that they're trying to do. Instead of having these Manhunt bounties, actually we're going to be having missions changed up, and every Manhunt is going to have their own kind of mission. Unfortunately, it does confirm that we're not really going to be getting any new missions. I think the fact that we're going to be having these Manhunt missions at existing locations means that we're probably not going to be getting any new locations, which is a little bit of a bummer. It's to be expected, to be honest. I don't think anyone's anticipating new missions or a new map. But I think that if this is true, then this confirms that that's not the case, and that's a little bit disappointing. But I am glad that at least the Manhunt bounties are not going to exist anymore, and we are going to get kind of more Manhunt missions where these sub-targets, as it were, are going to get their own missions rather than just kind of being side content, as it were. So just moving on to the last point here, it says about the future. Of course, the last one will be a bang. Barden is not our enemy, not anymore. And then it says, he's the key to victory left by Faye. Unfortunately, we didn't get the memo back in Coney Island, and he's in a coma thanks to us. So it looks like we put Barden in a coma when we put him in critical condition at the end of season 3. And it looks as though Barden is actually on our side and has been left by Faye Lau. So it looks like Faye Lau has actually turned Barden to be on our side. So yeah, I'll have to see how that develops. I did say that I would be surprised if Barden didn't make an appearance in the next year's worth of content, or maybe in season 9. I don't think they're going to be the primary character, but it does look as though they're going to play a big role in how we maybe take down the final Manhunt. So we'll have to see how that works out. At the end here it says, alright, that's pretty much about it. I don't think I spoiled too much in there. I only want to do this to get the hype train started, to be honest. I don't think a lot of people actually cared about Div 2's lore, but I just want to do it for everyone, anyone who still cares. And I'd have to agree, I think the majority of people aren't that bothered about the lore for the Division 2, except for the lore of the hunters. And if they're tying the hunters into the majority of the story for next year, I think a lot of people are going to be interested in the lore. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with the story. As I said, I'm not really a lore guy. I can't really think on the spot as to how the story might go. So we'll have to wait and see. And again, this could all be wrong, guys. But this person who has leaked this onto Reddit did get seasons 1 to seasons 4 completely accurate. So I have no reason to doubt them here. But I will be taking this as a pinch of salt. The story makes sense. What they've talked about makes a lot of sense. But that wouldn't be the first time that I've read stuff here on Reddit that's made a lot of sense and been completely off in terms of how the story or gameplay, whatever it is that's been apparently leaked, completely off on when it goes to the live game. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy this one, drop a like down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on to never miss any of my videos. And until the next one, Epic out.